Oh, okay. So if I get that, can males get Candida?
Yeah, they can.
You are joking?
They can. They can. Even with women, you know, especially with women, you know, our vagina is always warm, you know, and because of that, we have a lot of Candida.
Oh.
You get it. Now, the moment there's an overgrow.
Okay, so if I get it, Candida is not bad.
No, you see,
it's supposed to be in the body.
It's supposed to be. It makes it. It's part of the human, or let me say, the female vagina. It's part of it.
Okay.
You know, you. Just like the hormones, you get it. So you need the hormone to make you fertile and all that. The moment it outgrows or overgrow, just like we have the cells in our breasts, you get it. When it's overgrow, then we say you have a breast cancer. But then the cells in there are very important. It's part of why the breast is there. You get it. The moment there's an overgrow, then we say you have a breast cancer, you have a throat cancer, you have this cancer, you have that. But all the cells there are very important.
I see. So, this is news to me. I
so
don't know.
Candida can live on the skin. It's a fungus. It can live on the skin, in your mouth. It can live, you know, wherever there's warm. Candida will definitely be there. Once it's outgrowing, then there's an infection that we say you have gotten a yeast infection or candidiasis. But the common thing we know is a yeast infection. Oh, there's a yeast infection. So Candida is a yeast. That's a fungus. It's called yeast. So the moment that outgrowing stage, then we say that you have an infection.
I see. So then there are so many myths about candidiasis.
Yeah, people even think it's STD.
I will get to that. I will definitely get to that, because
once they are told I have it, they are like, hey, it's like a death warrant.
Especially the youth.
You get it.
Especially the youth. They shy away from going to the hospital, especially when they have an infection in their private areas, in their vagina or something like that. Because it's like, hey, according when you're candidiasis.
What I said, people look at it as if you've got HIV or something.
Tell me about it.
As if once they say you have candidiasis, then it's
there's
like
something wrong with your private part. You as a woman, there's something wrong with you.
You get it, and then they feel like, hey, then you know, that kind of thing. You are dirty, or you don't know how to keep yourself.
That brings me to my next question. Some people have said so many times, even when we were in high school, if you don't keep your toilets clean, you get candidiasis. If you eat too much toffee, you get candidiasis. There are so many myths. How does one get candidiasis?
All right. Okay. So mostly, you can get it from the washroom.
Okay. So that's true.
It's true. I mean, if an infected person, let's say I have candidiasis and I go to the washroom, I use it, and then the next person who goes there, once an infected person goes there, the possibility that the next person who is also going there gets infected is high. Now, candidiasis, of all, even though it's not an STD, it can also be transmitted through sex. So if my partner has candidiasis, the possibility that
if your male partner has candidiasis,
even if the female partner has candidiasis.
But let me interrupt before we go back to how if the vagina is supposed to be warm to keep the fungi, then the male productive organ does not have warmth around it. So where does the candida stay to outgrow and become candidiasis? Okay,
so when it comes to the male, sometimes we feel that they don't have that. But we have a lot of male on the market working there who have candidiasis.
Just roaming about with it.
You get it, because definitely they might have gotten it from an infected person.
Okay.
So if the partner, be female or male, has it, but normally when it comes to the male, it's rare for a male to just get infected if they've not had a sexual intercourse with a female who is infected. So a male, it's not so likely for a male to enter a washroom and come out with candidiasis.
Yes, because they stand, they don't sit.
They don't sit, they stand, you know. So most of the guys who will get this kind of infection automatically will get it from a female who has it. So once an infected person goes to the washroom, uses a washroom and then the next person goes there, the possibility that you might get it is very high.
Okay.
You know, now in terms of eating too much sugar,
too much toffee,
you know,
if you like sweets, you have Candida.
It's possible. It's possible in the sense that, especially people who have diabetes, most people who have diabetes have Candida. A lot of, because especially when you don't manage the sugar level well.
Okay.
And so I keep telling, especially when I have females come into the clinic with candidiasis, one of the things I advise them on is to minimize their intake of sugar. You know, the more sweet you eat, the more it outgrows. So then that intake of sugar has to go down so that you'll be able to. And then what you're wearing, what you're eating, all these
what
things.
I'm wearing.
What you wear, you know, the panties we wear, the underwears. These are all things that can affect, you know, and then sometimes you have overhair grown at the vagina and you don't even shave.
You don't say.
I mean, you are helping the fungus to grow. Once you are not shaving, then you are helping it to outgrow.
But my partner likes to grow, so what should I
do? You see, whether my partner likes it or not, I have to look at my health too. So if you like it grown and I'm safe, then we are good to go. But if you like it grown and I still have the infection, then I have to shave to make sure that I have enough air. You know, because you see, mostly in the day, the possibility that you might not have enough air passing there is high, because you are wearing a panty, wearing an underwear, sometimes you get it tucked in, and the whole day until probably you get home in the evening. And sometimes even in the evening when you have gotten home and you even take your bath, you still want to wear another panty again
before you go to bed.
You get it.
So you would recommend people sleep without dresses or anything?
Oh, you see, once you realize that you have it, then you should start looking at allowing air, you know, pass through so that it will help a bit. Once you realize that the infection is there, then you have to start looking at possible things to do so that you don't entrap a lot of heat. Because already once there's too much heat, it will outgrow, multiply in no time. So that once I realize that, okay, I have it, and I'm wearing too much of panties and underwears and all that, and it's helping it to grow, then I have to wear less to make sure that I'm able to take care of it.
But usually we are advised to wear cotton panties, cotton underwears, cotton everything. So should I wear more of the cotton or less of the cotton?
It doesn't really matter whether more or less.
Okay.
Once I see that the infection is taking place, then I have to make sure that I should go, even if you can go a bit of pantless, kakra, you know.
Oh, the boys will be happy with this. I know.
Even if you have to go like that for some time to make sure that you are able to, because but most people cannot not also go the pantyless because sometimes it comes with so much discharge. When the infection is getting out of hand, it will come out with so much discharge, and then sometimes the discharge that can even have a foul smell, you know, when it has not been taken very good care of. So it means that when it gets to that stage, then you can't even go pantyless. You still have to wear to make sure that you are able to at least put probably a pad or something to be able to hold the discharge that is coming out.
Okay, so Dr. Charity, you see, as women, we have a lot of discharges. So how do I decipher, or how do I know that I have candidiasis?
All right, okay, so normally your discharge, the color of the discharge should be off-white.
Off-white, okay.
It should be off-white.
Okay.
Now, and then the thickness, it should be something less than egg white.
Okay.
You know, when you break the egg, the thickness should be something less than egg white. That is, should be the thickness.
Okay.
Now, it must not have a bad smell. It must not be yellowish in color. It must not be brownish in color. The color should just be off-white. So the moment I realized that the discharge, because every woman automatically should have discharge, because the vagina will clean itself at a certain state. It will clean itself. Now when it's cleaning itself, you have a discharge. When you are in your ovulation period, the mucus becomes thicker. It can even become thicker than that of egg white. You get it. During the ovulation, the mucus can be that thick. It should be just that thick or just the off-white color. And that is normal for every woman. So the moment I realized that my discharge is yellowish in color, my discharge is brownish, my discharge has that foul smell like a stale egg, then I should know that something is wrong. Now, the moment my discharge comes out in the form of agushi, you know, when you have mellow, what I said, the moment I have my discharge coming out in that form, then I should know that I have an infection. The moment I see that I feel so heavy in my vagina, when you have candidiasis, you feel very heavy, you know, heavy as if I'm sure those who have given birth before will understand how I'm describing. You feel very heavy as if a baby is trying to push out, like come out of the vagina.
Oh, really?
So when you have candida, that is how heavy your vagina begins to feel. So the moment you start feeling like that, then you should know that you have candidiasis. You have to work on it. Sometimes you can have it even without itching.
Wow.
Sometimes you can have it without itching.
Because most people that I know have itchiness. The common knowledge that everybody knows is that
itching.
Once your vagina starts itching, you have
itching, irritation, soreness. But sometimes you can have candida and not have all these itching and soreness and irritation.
But you have heaviness.
So
this is the first time I'm hearing that.
You see, so I keep telling people that one of the things you have to do is to study your human body. You need to study how heavy your vagina is, how lighter it is. You need to study every part of your human body must be studied. I should know how my nose looks like. I should know how my eyes looks like. I should know how my vagina looks like. I should know whether I have a shorter cervix or a longer cervix. I should know. What? Yes.
Should I go to the hospital for them to check these things?
You can go to the hospital and, you know, when you are having a sexual intercourse, you'll be able to know if you have a shorter cervix or a longer cervix. If you have a shorter cervix, there are certain sex styles that you will not be comfortable with.
Okay.
If you have a longer cervix, you can be comfortable with any sex style. So you have to study yourself to know. So sometimes, especially
let me disclaim this. We are not promoting sex. We are not promoting abstain. Abstinence is the best. Please. If you want to check it, go to Dr. Chumesi. Let her check it for you.
But you see, once you are able to note these things, then you will be able to know that, okay, because I have this and I have that, so I should be able to know how my system looks like, so that the moment there is a change, I will notice. But most people will not even know how they look like. They don't even know how they...
don't know anything about themselves.
Look, there are even people who come to the clinic and they don't even know the menstruation that they go through. They don't even know the color.
They have 5 days or 4 days or...
They don't, apart from even the 5 days or the 4 days, sometimes they don't even know the color of blood that comes out, like how it looks like, what comes out. Because what they know is that once I'm menstruating, I just go to the bath, remove my pad, put another one there, and I'm good to go. But you need to study all these things so that the moment you have a change, then you can know that something has gone wrong. So I should know how my vagina feels, you know, so that once I see a heaviness, then I know that why am I feeling too heavy in my vagina? What is happening? I should be able to know what is happening. If I don't itch and I begin to itch, I should begin to worry why I'm itching. Why do I have sore? Why do I have rash? But sometimes people have these things and sorry, I know.
Call the baby.
Let me
remind my viewers, Dr. Chumesi, that I'm doing this show with you today. So if you are watching and you have questions, usually I live for the experiences. If you've had an experience that you want to share with us, I would be glad to know about it, you know. So you can send them coming on 020-986-9961, 020-986-9961. The numbers will be on the screen, so if you didn't get it from me, pick it from the screen. So Dr. Chumesi, I've seen all these symptoms, I've seen all these signs, and I'm positive that I have candidiasis. How do I treat it? Should I treat it naturally? Because there are a lot of natural ways that they have been told.
There are a lot of natural, sometimes I keep telling women that when you have a problem with your vagina or anything, don't sit at home and do the treatment, because the end of your vagina is the beginning of your womb.
Okay, I like that statement.
The end of your vagina is the beginning of your womb.
Okay.
So where your vagina ends, that's where your womb starts from. So you should know that anything you are putting in your vagina, the possibility that it will get into the womb
is high. Wow.
So the possibility that infertility is going to take place is equally high. So if I have an infection and I want to treat it, must I treat it at home? Should I go to the hospital? Sometimes you hear a lot of vagina douching and a lot of tightening and this one. If you use it for your vagina, it will clean the place. You become clean and you become this or that. But one thing we should know is that your vagina opens when something is about to enter, and it will open when something is coming out.
Okay.
That is how God made it. So if a baby is coming out of my vagina, it will open, the baby will come. If a penis is entering my vagina, it will equally open to accommodate. So that is how God has made it. Once it accommodates or come out, after which it has done, it will come back to normalcy. There is no need for me to do tightening and whatever, and
I almost mentioned some people's
and all the communities we do. Sometimes we do these things, and then at the end, at the long run, an infection will take place. A yeast infertility will take place, and then you begin to blame your grandmother who is in the village doing her menial farming job that you are not even taking care of. Then you begin to accuse her. You get it. Then you begin to accuse her that she's a witch. But you see, when you were putting all those things there because you feel that you have one infection, and sometimes women feel that my vagina should smell in a certain
perfume rice. It should have some fragrance.
What I said, you don't need all that. I mean, it comes with its own natural fragrance. Allow it. What you need is to wash it, not with soap, but with enough water, and that alone is okay. You don't even have to put your hand. Some people want to put their hand into the vagina all the way into the womb. I don't know what they want to wash, honestly. And then sometimes, because there was this lady who came to the clinic, and she was like, "Doctor, when I put my hand there, my hand can hit something." What are you trying to hit? What are you hitting? Why did your hand go all the way? What are you going to do there? It is not for you to go there. You will get it. And sometimes at the time you might be putting your hand there, probably your fingernail might have been grown. You might have picked an infection, and then you will transfer. So sometimes we have to be careful as to how. It's one of the places that I call it the 13th century. You have to cherish it with all, make sure that you cherish it. It should be, that is your pride as a woman. When we say your pride is your vagina.
That's why people are trying everything possible to make sure it is tight for their men, to make sure it is clean, it smells good. But you're saying we shouldn't put anything
But you see, smelling good or whatever, yes, but don't even fast spraying home and then smelling good. What I say? The vagina has its own natural smell. The only thing you need to put there is just water. When you are bathing, wash it with water, you are done. You don't need all the things. I have to go and boil some water with some concoction and sit on it because you want to steam, vagina steaming, vagina this. Oh yes.
You're kidding me.
People do that.
No, I know people do that, especially when you give birth. You are advised to steam.
That
with some herbs.
You get it.
You boil. You sit in them.
So the question.
I know a couple of people who are guilty.
So you see, I keep asking myself, when you go to the outside world, when they don't even know these herbs that we use to sit on to do all these steaming things, what happens to them?
That's true.
Aren't they living? You get it. Are they not leaving? They are. Why do we keep worrying ourselves with so you see, a lot of women have gone through these things and they have catch one infection or the other. Some have even ended up not being able to give birth because of the things they have put in there, and it has rendered them infertile and all that. Why would I want to do all these things? God has made the vagina on a natural, you get it. And then at that natural state that God created it, He made it in such a way that it has to clean itself at a certain time. It will clean. When it clean, the discharge will come out, and I'm good to go. Why do I want to put all these things there?
Okay, so Dr. Charity, if I shouldn't put any of these things there, now I have an infection, what is the first treatment for candidiasis?
So the simple way I'm going to show, this is a simple thing I'm going to show. You need to first treat your panties first, because you see...
sorry, please do not call the test lines. Please do not call the test lines, okay? I cannot answer when you are calling on this number.
Right, okay. So the simple way to treat is first to treat your panties. You know, candidiasis is such a way that once I have it and I wear this pant, the next minute if I wear another pant, it will transfer. The next minute if I wear another pant, it will transfer. So it keeps transferring into my panties.
Okay.
So we're going to treat your panties. All you need is salt, right? You need salt and boiling water. Get enough boiling water. Add salt to it. Let it boil very well. Look for a bucket that you can cover and put all the panties in it. Pour the hot water on and cover. Allow it to be there. When the water is cool, add your detergent. Wash and dry.
Oh, so I shouldn't throw them away. I should just... Why
would you want to throw your panties away because you have Candida?
Oh, okay.
Unless probably you think your panties is out, it has stayed its period and you want to change them to something else.
Okay.
Even if you change and you don't treat, you still get it.
Oh.
You see, so the solution is not only changing your panties. Yes, you can change it, but you need to treat. Now, this same water, just make it warm water, add the salt, and then just wash your vagina, and you're good to go. Then you have to minimize your intake of sugar. You have to minimize your intake of these artificial spices, and then
you are hitting tables. you are shaking some tables.
The legs are broken already. Then you minimize artificial spice. So you minimize your intake of sugar, you minimize artificial spices, and then you minimize your intake of oil, and then if you can, minimize your intake of egg. If you are able to do this, and then you start drinking warm water. So you drink warm water first thing in the morning, last thing to bed. If you're able to do this for a month, you'll be fine.
I know someone who would never ever be able to do all these things. So this person has a question. Let me ask the question and then we'll continue the show. My daughter of 7 years was diagnosed with Candida. I am to insert this is a science word, and so my viewers, I'm sorry, I'll not even try. A tablet, is it cotromozole something? I'm sorry, I think I got it wrong. Tablet into her vagina, but this tablet is bigger than her vagina hole, so I'm worried and do not know what to do. What should she do? I believe she's gone to the hospital to get that.
7 year, what how did she get the Candida? That's what the question is. That 7-year-old child, how did she get it? I mean, is it that a grown-up person has Candida in the home and she got it, or what? Because a 7-year-old child would not have had sex. You get it. So is it that a grown-up child in that house has it, and then the 7-year had picked it from the washroom? So if there are grown-ups in the home, then they should check themselves. The grown-ups should check themselves first. Now, that child is too small to start inserting in the vagina already. The woman should just do what I'm asking her to do. Warm water with salt, wash the vagina with it.
But is it not salt? Is when you have candidiasis, is it not salt to wash it with salt water?
It depends. It depends. When the candida becomes itchy and you have to scratch the place a lot, then sore will come. But if you have not scratched the place because you don't feel the itchy, then you won't have any sore. You'll get it. So with that, washing with salty water will not affect anything.
Okay. Is there something like oral candidiasis? Someone has sent me a message.
Yeah.
Like
so I was saying that you can even get candida in your mouth. You can get it in your mouth. You can get it, even on the skin. So wherever there is warmth.
Okay. So my producer has put a picture on the screen. Doctor, is that an oral candida?
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see.
So,
and then the na pro.
Employ. Yeah, so you can have, I was saying that you can have it in your mouth, you can have it at the vagina, you can even have it on your skin. This is something that can stay on your skin, in your mouth, in the vagina,
So is it the same, is it itchy on your mouth? Is it itchy on your skin?
Yeah, definitely. You have sore in the mouth. It will be, you feel irritated. You get it just like you feel in the vagina. You feel the same in the mouth.
But how does it happen on your body? Because on my body, nobody is peeing where I'm going to sit, or I've always bathed my body.
So like I was saying, this is a fungus that will stay on the skin.
Okay.
You get it, and it's called yeast. When it becomes infection, then we say yeast infection.
Yeah.
You get it. So we have it on our daily movement as we're going.
We are just walking about.
The possibility that both of us are sitting here even has it is high.
Hey.
You get it. But once it has not outgrown, then you are good to go. But when it outgrows, that is when the symptoms will start coming and all that. You get it. But if the symptoms have not outgrown, then you are good to go. You get it. What I say. So once you have it, begin to treat it. It's not something that is going to kill you. It won't kill you. You just have to treat it. You don't have to. If you don't treat it, then the possibility that it might generate into infertility and all that is high. But if you detect that you have it, treat it. And this is a simple treatment that I'm giving, very simple.
Aside from going to the hospital.
Aside from going to the hospital. Okay. This is the first aid you can even do at home once you realize that you have it. Wash your vagina with a lot of warm water and salt, and then treat your panties. And drink warm water in the morning, warm water in the evening. Just reduce your sugar intake, reduce your egg intake, reduce fatty food, and reduce your artificial spices, and then you see a change in your system. Your system will just change overnight. You get it. And this is a simple treatment that this 7-year-old girl can even go through, and trust me, the mother will appreciate it so much.
Okay, so I believe the mother has gotten the education that she needs. This person says, please, I have a discharge which has a bad smell. Please, what can I do to prevent the smell? Just say, you're not interested in curing the infection. You're interested in the smell. Interested. That's a
because you see, you get it. Sometimes you see what people go through.
Women.
Even the infection is not really important. Her problem is the smell that is coming out. But the infection is what we have to. If she could pass by the clinic, we can take care of that. There's a portion on the hand that controls your womb, and there's a way we're going to stimulate.
My hand.
Yeah.
Connected to my womb.
To the womb, and there's a way to stimulate it. Once we stimulate it, every infection, if you have infection, it will take care of it.
I see. But Dr. Charity, is there a woman who is a frequent candidiasis person?
Yeah.
Like if I frequently get candidiasis, what does that mean for me?
It means that you are not treating it enough. Once you are getting it frequently, it means that you see, most people, when they have it, they will even rush to the pharmacy and tell the pharmacy, I have this infection,
some antibiotics,
and then they will give antibiotics. And the funny thing, when they start taking the antibiotic, the first day, second day, third day, they realize they are fine. Then they stop taking the antibiotics. So they don't even get to finish with it. Now, these are things that when you start treating, you have to finish. Not only antibiotics, but once you go to the hospital and the medication is given, it's a course and you have to finish it.
Okay.
You don't take in between, and once you feel you are okay, you leave the rest. the next time it will come, you will take every medication, it will not go again. Because it will get to a time where your body will form resistance to the medication and it won't work again. So once you have medication and you are being given, try as much as possible to finish it. And this is why most people will get reoccurring candida coming up and down, because they start the medication, at a point they feel they are fine, and then they leave it. Now, once I realize that I have it, the next thing is to check my sex partner.
Okay.
Is the person also having it? What do we do? Let me abstain. But you see, they treat 1, 2, 3, they feel they are fine. Then the next minute they go and lie down again and have sex again. Then it will trigger because you haven't finished treating. So if you abstain from sex within that period, what will happen?
Your boyfriend will have another girlfriend.
What will happen?
That's just by the way.
You get it. What will happen? And we feel that I don't know how young people see sex. I don't know how you see it, but sometimes it's funny the way young people see sex. They feel that it's something that I have to pay so much attention. If I don't pay so much attention to it, I'm going to lose my boyfriend. But you see, sex, when it comes to relationship and marriage, sex forms only 5% of the whole thing. So you have 95% deficit. What are you doing about that one? You get it?
Yeah.
So sex is only 5% of relationship and marriage. It's just from 5% of it. The 95% of things I have to do, have I been able to do it? If I'm not even able to do them, I cannot even enjoy good sex. You get it. So
the interesting thing is that yesterday I saw something on social media. A lady was advising women that you don't know how to, you've not educated yourself enough, you don't have a career, you don't have a profession, but you are on Google reading 7 steps to getting a man, 18 steps to keeping a man.
You get
yourself educated. That is simply related
you
to
get it.
what you're talking about.
You get it. So sometimes it's not really about if I abstain and my man is going to run out. Even if you abstain and he goes and you are able to retain your health, is it not good enough? You get it. Let's say he's the one who is even giving you, and you're able to abstain, and
you are protecting yourself,
and he's gone. Is it not hallelujah? Because at least I have my health.
Praise the Lord.
You get it. So why should I even have a problem because I feel the man is leaving me because I have abstained from sex? Abstinence is key.
Yeah. So people are calling the text line. So my producer has opened the phone in numbers. So you can call in to ask the question that you think I've not asked on your behalf. The numbers will be displayed on your screen. Kindly pick that number and then call. Don't call the 020 number, I beg you, okay? Because I can't pick that call. So, doctor, let me ask this question as we are waiting for the people to call in. We've debunked a lot of myths, but I learned that fighting candidiasis, it will take you over 6 months and a year or more than that to actually uproot it. These are the words of the woman who told me. So how true is that?
I will say that part of it is true, part is not true. Part of it is true in the sense that when you have not gotten the right medication, then you have to be going up and down looking for how to cure it. But once you get the right medication, I mean, you can just take care of it in some few months and you are done. I have treated a lot of people with candidiasis, and it didn't take me even up to 3 months to do that. I mean,
but does it uproot it, or
definitely,
does the surface?
Definitely, it does. You know, with the Korean hand therapy, most of the things are able to get cured, you know, totally, without it reoccurring again. Because sometimes we are able to work on the nerves that control some of these things. So with the Korean hand, we are able to do that a lot. And I have treated a lot of women with candidiasis, and they don't get it coming back again. And we have some medications for it that will definitely take it off, and you wouldn't have it coming back again. So yes, if you have the right medication, it can take just a few months or days and you are done. And then you have to just stick to instructions, you know, because you have to abstain first, and then we have to do treatment to make sure that you are fine. And then most of the times I will want to check your partner to see if he or she doesn't also have it, because when the man has it, they also get irritation at the tip of the penis. They have sore, it itches, you get it. So they can equally. So you want to make sure that your partner doesn't have it. You also want to make sure that your partner doesn't have multiple sex partners. Because if I have it and then I have multiple sex partners, automatically I wouldn't know
who you are getting it from.
You get it. So why don't I stick to one person and then make sure that I am safe, rather than having Kojo Kwame, Kwabena, everything. You have everything.
In this Accra, you can have only Kojo, and Kojo will have Adwa and AC and everybody.
But the same time, Kojo can have Abena can have Kwame and Yao.
In this Accra. So this person says okay, this person is not related to my topic, but anyway, because you are watching, I would ask it for you. Please, is it good to have sex during menstruation?
Okay. Okay, so I know you feel something about it, but in the area of fertility, women who have issues with taking in seed, 99% of them ovulate when they are menstruating. Oh,
so it's okay to have.
So you see, it's only in Africa we see things. I mean, when we
bizarre.
You get it. You know these boys who will sit on the motorbike and will lift the motorbike. They call it a dagger or whatever. You know. Yeah. In Africa, when you are doing it, somebody was like, "Ooh, cool," you know. But in the US or
so, cyclist,
and then people will be like, "Wow." You know, so in Africa, it's only in Africa you even get pastors giving you quotations about menstruation being a taboo, and when the woman is even menstruating, the woman should not even cook for you.
Don't preach. You can't sit in front of the church. You can't do a lot of things.
I wonder, you know. So I keep asking myself. So within that week that the woman is menstruating, if she will not cook, where will you eat? Outside, or you cook your own food? Or what? You know, I keep asking myself.
That's why men were polygamous. That's what
you get it now. People who I have treated a lot of women with infertility, and I meet them with their partners, and we have chats. And at the end of the day, the men are able to try having sex during the last day of their menses, and these women are able to take seed. Because they might have been getting to the end of their ovulation and it works. So, as a doctor, if the person asks, is it good to have sex during menstruation? If it's to the aim of getting pregnant,
procreation,
then I will say fine. If not, allow the woman to flow. You get it, allow, because during menses, the woman will go through menstrual cramps, mood swings and headaches and all that, some pain here and there. So allow her to go through.
Buy her ice cream.
Unless maybe you want to go the African way when people say, hey, Jamadi koye drew and other than that, allow her to flow. But if it's for the purpose that you might have tried getting pregnant for so many years as it's not working, then
we have a caller on the line, Dr. Charity. Hello, good afternoon. Hello, please could you speak up a little bit louder? Hello. Oh, I don't know if I still have you. Hello. I think I've lost her. Please call back. Okay, I want to hear what you have to say. So it's actually not even safe to have sex during, because most young people think because you are menstruating, you know, the eggs didn't fertilize, they are just coming down, so it's the safest period to have sex.
So like I was saying, most women who have issues with infertility, most women ovulate when they are menstruating, and that ovulation normally starts between the last 2 days of their menses. So by the time they are done with menstruation, ovulation might have passed.
Oh, okay.
And at that time, they would have missed
their chance to have a baby. I get that.
And I am should I say, a life experience that had sex on the last day of my menses, and I had a child because I had this year is my 19th year of marriage, and
Wow.
as at 15 and a half years, I still didn't have a child. And then I made a lot of research.
19 years.
Yeah, I made a lot of research, and I came across that I might be ovulating at when I'm having my
Your
menses.
menses.
So my husband and I, we tried it, and I have a child. I have a 5-year-old boy now.
Wow.
You know, so this is from a personal experience, and I have given it to a lot of women out there
That have
and
worked.
they are able to, and it has worked for them. So if it's for the purpose of having a child, then I will say that at the last day of your menses, which automatically blood will not be really flowing, you can have sex, and probably, maybe, who knows, your long-awaited child will be that one.
Dr. Charity, this person, if I look at her DP, Evelyn, you are a small girl. You are in your 20s. Don't go and have sex. You have a baby that you are not ready to have. Okay, this person says, I've been experiencing whitish discharge for years. But whenever I go to the hospital, they always tell me there's nothing wrong with me. But it never stops. What should I do? Whitish. I think whitish, she's okay.
White, yeah. It depends on how she sees it. So is it a normal discharge that she's getting? If it's a normal discharge, then that's fine. But if it's irritating, then it has to be looked at. So is it just the white discharge she's getting, which every woman is supposed to get?
Yeah.
Or is it a discharge that comes with itching and sore, and probably maybe sometimes you have rash? We have to look at all these things. If it is, then it has to be treated. But if it's a normal discharge, then she's good to go.
Okay, this person says, just joined you, please. I have pains in my foot. Please, we are not discussing foot pains today. Is there any advice? Okay. Okay, I have Fred on the line. Hi, Fred. Good afternoon. Hello, Fred. Do I still have Fred on the line? Okay. Okay, I've lost Fred. Please stop calling the test line. Call the number on the screen, the 030, okay? I'll be able to answer that call for you. This person says, discipline is key to combating STIs. The young today lack this very attitude and has exposed many, and especially the vulnerable in the society. We are therefore careful with indiscriminate sex. This is Sumanguru from Aguna. Okay, your contribution is very interesting. Please, sometimes I always see something like the agushi form from my mouth when I cough and I feel like vomiting. When that happens, could that be candidiasis?
Yeah, that could be the oral one. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Even though maybe if he doesn't have the change of tongue or something. So
the agushi, once it is, then the agushi like will start either coming out through the mouth or through the vagina, and it has to be worked upon as soon as possible.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. This person says, hi, is there any other medicine that will be injected or taken to cure it? Titi from Seshi.
You want injection?
Injection. You know the fear needle. Hey, these young people.
It's not really about whether he fear needles or not. He just wants a solution to his problem.
Hey.
He wants a solution to his problem. I don't think it has to be with needle or whatever.
I'm scared of needles. So
the fact that you are scared of needle doesn't mean another person should be scared.
That's true.
He wants a solution to. It depends on the level at which the infection has gotten to.
Okay.
It depends. It depends. So if the antibiotic has to be given in the form of a needle, why not? If it has to be for tablets for him to, why not? If he wants the natural way, then maybe he can contact us and then we can work on that aspect.
Okay, so Pearl says that she has a smell in her vagina. Hey, my girls and smell in their vagina. What happened to your vagina that is that I haven't smelled? Anyways, she says, please, I just joined. Please, how can I wash my panties? Okay, I think we've already done that. So I would let you do it in your concluding bits. Let me ask this question. Some people have said, time without number, that candidiasis or white, they call it white, it can generate into STIs or STDs. Is it true?
It cannot. I won't say that. Candidiasis is not STD.
Okay.
I mean, it's not a such. Even though at a certain level, once the person has once I'm infected and we have sexual intercourse, you can equally get it. When we are listing the STDs, it's not really listed among.
But can it grow into?
It can. Once I have it and you are getting it from me.
Dr. Charity, not to cut you, please stop calling the test line. Call this number 0302791326. 0302791326. Don't call the test line, please. Thank you, Dr. Charity.
So once I have it and I haven't treated it, and then we have intercourse, then you also get it. Then automatically become a sexually transmitted disease.
Oh, okay.
You get it.
Okay.
But if I have it and we have not had anything, and it has not outgrown to a certain level where you cannot even contact it from me, then we're good to go. But once you can, because if I have it,
I can transfer it to you
sexually, then it means that we can say that. But when we are listing the STDs, we don't list candidiasis as part of it. You see the HIV and the gonorrhea and the syphilis and all that, but you don't see us listing Candida as part of but it can be sexually transmitted. So that is where the abstinence and being careful comes in. And I keep telling the youth, sometimes before you can even have sex with somebody, you should be able to know the person's health status.
So I should buy some test kits, so when you come, also, I beg, make we test before we do the test.
I'm not going to. You are not supposed to go and buy any test kit. Go to the hospital. You see, this is something that if I am HIV positive, it will not be written on my face.
Of course.
You get it.
Of course.
If I have gonorrhea or if I have syphilis, hepatitis B, all these things will not be written on my face.
Yeah.
You see, I'll be a carrier and I'll just be walking there like that. So how do I know that my partner is not affected before I open my legs? I should be able to know your health status before I open my legs to have sex with you. But you see, I know a lot of youth will be watching me and they're like, nah, Mami,
you don't know what's up.
What's your
You don't know.
Nepon ko pentem we share oba wo pentem de na gogi nani. Aben wo kwaya test akwaya so positive and negative and now the
Who cares?
You get it. And that's how come we have a lot of these things out there, because at the end of the day, because you feel that once I have some feeling, I have to kill the feeling I'm having, and I need one nice woman to kill that feeling. You get it. You don't even think of.
You don't think about yourself, your health.
You get it.
Your safety.
Health. What if has does that question always occur? What if this woman is a carrier? What if this man is a carrier? Is it even in our churches, we find out that when we are about to get married, we are asked to go for a test
during
to see if we are compatible. Now, this man that you have seen, or this woman that you have seen, apart from you just wanting to have sex, is a person compatible? Is it that in the future you give birth to sickle children? You know,
they have a living God. They serve a living God.
You see, this is where the thing is. And then at the end of the day, you might have committed yourself into a certain level, and then you realize that, this person, and then breaking away becomes a problem. Why don't you become sure that my partner is fine? Then I can open my legs that I want to open. Even if you want to open 360 degrees, that's your own problem.
That is your own problem. Yes.
So sex, you see, it's not just something that we just have to jump into it because you feel that I have one feeling, I have to make sure that desire is satisfied until I have to be sure of who you are going to have it with. Is the person safe? Are you equally safe? Will you finish all the acrobatic styles and all the enjoyment and still come out healthy? That is a question you should keep asking yourself. Because if after doing all the acrobatic and all the co-meaning gymnastic styles in the room and you finish all the rollings, and then by the end of the day you have to go and use money to go and cure one infection or the other, what have you gotten? What did you do to yourself? You get it.
So this person says that, hi, please, whenever I have sex, I feel pains. Is it because of the Candida? When you have Candida, would you have pains when you have sex?
Sometimes. And then not only the Candida, maybe she has a shorter cervix, like I was saying from the beginning. Maybe she has a shorter cervix, and then maybe the sex style she's indulging in is too heavy for the cervix.
Okay.
So she needs to be sure that I have a shorter cervix. So if I have, then I have to look at a sex style that will be comfortable, that suits you to undergo. So if the cervix, if it's Candida, yes, she might have pain. If it's a cervix, she will equally have pain.
Okay, this person says, good afternoon, host. I'm really enjoying your health talk. The simple way Dr. Charity explains candidiasis is apt. More of such educative talks on your channel. It's about education and awareness. Well done, Pan-African TV. This is Gail Jacob from Nigeria. Good afternoon to our people in Nigeria. Okay, this person says, how can the oral candida be treated? And let me add this to it so that it becomes the last question, then we wrap up. Our time is almost up. This person says, please, how can I make my vagina dry? Charlie. Hey, this is serious. Oh. This person says, hi, good afternoon. Please, I do sometimes see rashes in my penis. So what should I do now? Any medication for me? This is Bright from Aguna Swedru. Okay, these are the last set of questions that I'll be able to take. Then we'll wrap up. Somebody was asking about the treatment of the panties, so you can
all right,
add
okay. So what you do is get warm water and get salt. Let the water boil. It has to like boil. Boil the water, add salt to it.
Is it the iodinated salt or the big salt?
The big salt. Okay. You can use, if you don't have the big salt, you can use the iodinated, that's fine.
Okay.
So add when it boils, add salt to it, and then pour it into a bucket. It should be a bucket you can close, that has a cover.
Okay.
Once you pour the water in the bucket, drop all your panties into it and cover it. Allow it to cool. It will cool maybe in 5-10 minutes until where your hand can go into the water so you don't get bent. And then you just add your detergent, wash and
should
dry.
I add Parazone? Because most people soak their
if
panties
that is
with
if you want to, that is if you want to soak it. But this one you are not soaking it. This is just like 10-15 minutes treatment, and then just wash it and dry it. Okay. It should be dried on the sun. Okay. You know, and dry it, and you're good to go. Now, if the sun is not too hot, then when you finish washing, then you have to iron it. Oh, okay. And make sure that you iron the part that touches your vagina, the under part of it, and then you're good to go. Now, whilst you do the panties, get warm water and salt and wash your vagina. So you can do 3 times washing or twice washing in a day, and then you drink warm water. But the warm water you are drinking shouldn't have salt. Okay. You drink warm water first thing in the morning and last thing to bed. You go to bed. And then you reduce sugar, artificial spices, you reduce your egg, and you reduce your fatty food intake. And you're good to go. Okay. If you're able to do this for a month, trust me, your system will bounce back to normal.
But can the candida go away on its own without any treatment?
This is the first treatment you're doing. I mean, I haven't mentioned medication here. So this is what you're doing for your panties. Now, it has to be treated internally, and that is where medications come in. Okay. So, for those who are outside Accra, maybe we can send them medications and show them what to do. But for those who are inside Accra, if they pass by the clinic, we'll work on that.
Okay, Dr. Charity, so that is your camera. We are leaving. What do you have to say to the youth, especially people who have tested today? They are all about... They don't want to treat the disease. They don't want to treat the infection.
They will treat it.
So maybe if they can call you or if they can visit you, how do they get to you?
Right, okay. So you want to talk to me both on WhatsApp or call, you can do 0243 11 3504. 0243 11 3504. Let me say that for the last time. 0243 11 3504. And then you can send a WhatsApp message or you can call and I will answer you. Maybe you want to go on my social media handles to equally talk to me. Charity Equiachumesi is the name on Facebook, and then I will be able to, or Chatma_1.
Okay. Dr. Charity, thank you so much for coming. It's been very informative and very educative. There's so many things I didn't know. Very great. Hey, stop eating spices, Nidia, but you. Because it's small to show what they're small, you know. But we'll try.
Try. You can.
I'll try. I'll try. I'll try. So I've been so informed this afternoon. I am sure that you've also been so informed and so educated today. I've had a very good afternoon. I hope you've had same. And thank you for watching. Thank you for sending in your question and your contribution. I appreciate that a lot, that you took time out of your schedule to watch me from 1 to 2 p.m. I'm so grateful. I'll be here next week to serve you again. Have a wonderful rest of the week.